stop breathing? Why? Why'd you stop breathing? Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Are you breathing? Vladimir, are you breathing? You weren't breathing. Okay, here we go. Keep breathing. I'm just counting. It's no big deal. Here we go. We got 1. Yeah, good. 2. Don't pass out. 3. Go! Whoa! So, what was the first successful settlement in the colony of Virginia?
The first successful settlement in the colony of Virginia would be Jamestown.
Yeah!
I'm an expert on Parliament.
Awesome.
Parliament is the supreme governing body in England with the power to raise taxes and adopt laws.
You got it. Thank you. 25 points goes to... All right, here we go.
My name is Abdullah, and my expert word is a proclamation.
Sweet.
A proclamation is an announcement or document to inform people of something. The Proclamation of 1763 was to stated that the colonists could not move into the Indian lands anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said. Good job.
Ooh, glory!
Look at you, looked at me. I was...
Lindsay, and I'm an expert on customs and tariffs.
Tell me about it. I'm excited.
Customs and tariffs are special taxes that were placed on items that were taken in or out of the country.
You got it. Perfect, Lindsay. Thank you so much. 25 points going to... All right, here we go.
Hi, my name is Lexi, and I'm an expert on the Stamp Act.
Cool.
Okay, the Stamp Act was a decision made by the British Parliament to tax the American colonies on legal papers and newspapers and other documents such as pamphlets and newspapers.
Good, okay.
This was overturned a year later.
You got it. Perfect, Lexi. Yeah!
Hi, my name is Ramia, and I'm an expert on the Sons of Liberty.
Excellent.
The Sons of Liberty were a secret group of colonial men who took action against the unfair acts of Parliament. They helped fight the British Stamp Act and got it overturned.
Yes! Good work! Yes!
Oh,
hi, my name is Claire.
Hi, my name is Claire, and I am an expert on the Declaratory Act.
Awesome.
The Declaratory Act declared that the British Parliament had complete control over the American colonies. The colonists had to obey all laws imposed by the British. No matter what.
No matter what. Can you believe it? Good work. Thank you, Claire. Round of applause. Take a seat for me, my dear. Here we go. 25 points going to...
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hi, my name is Arna, and I'm an expert on the Townshend Act. The Townshend Act was placed on the colonists shortly after the Stamp Act was overturned. These laws stated that the colonists had the right to tax the British had the right to tax the colonists.
There it is. You got it. Good work. Thank you, Honor. Honor. Okay. It's always crazy when two people stand up for one car. All right, we got it.
Hello, my name is Luke, and I'm an expert on the writs of assistance.
All right, tell me about it.
The writs of assistance was a legal document that served as a general search warrant. This allowed the British to search colonial homes or ships for smuggled items or weapons without good reason.
Without good reason, you got it.
Hello, my name is Christmas of Tux. I am one of the first patriots killed in the early fight for independence. I am a former slave who worked at the docks in Boston. On March 5th, 1770, when I saw British soldiers mistreating colonists, I led a rowdy march against them. When someone in the crowd yelled fire, I was shot by the British. This event became known as the Boston Massacre. After my death, patriots reminded each other about my brave sacrifice.
All right, to the middle of the room.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'm an expert at Gatsby.
Awesome.
The Gatsby was a British ship that was used to chase colonial smugglers.
In June. In June of You got it. It's okay. In June of 1772.
In June of 1772, the ship crashed in the shore of Rhode Island, and the colonists who lived there had set her on fire.
Yeah, so it crashes offshore, you guys, and the colonists light it on fire. How awesome is that?
My name is Samuel Adams. To protest taxes by the British Parliament, I organized the Boston Tea Party.
Got it. As a delegate.
As a delegate,
From the colony.
from the colony of Massachusetts,
I
I signed the Declaration of Independence.
Uh-huh. You guys, leave him alone. He's doing fine. I wrote in.
There are many articles in the Boston newspaper. To stir up the
Emotions.
emotions of the Americans
On
of the idea of freedom from Great Britain.
Mhm.
After the war, I became the governor of Massachusetts.
Yeah! The potato
Hello,
face,
I'm-
what is that?
No, they want to kill
Mash those potatoes!
Okay. Okay, I'm in. Potato face, ready, go.
Hello, I'm King George III. I am the leader of the British Empire.
Feel.
I feel that the colonies that England has set up are under my control. The Americans dared to demand certain freedoms, but I will not hear of it. My advisors will set up laws in Parliament to tax the colonies. If the rebels continue, I will send troops to cause problems. I will send troops to America to stop the revolution.
Oh, come on, look at him. Do it again. So, what are you gonna do? You're gonna what?
I'm gonna stop the revolution.
Yeah, take that!
Hi, my name is Lindsay, and I am an expert on the Corrective Acts. The Corrective Acts were used by the British to try and restore order in Massachusetts after the Boston Tea Party. The colonists nicknamed them the Intolerable Acts.
The intolerable acts you.
I'm an expert on the Quartering Act. The Quartering Act applied to all colonies. It stated that British troops could live in and eat in colonial homes without the owner's permission.
Without the owner's permission. You got
My
it.
name is Phyllis Wheatley. I was one of the first American poets, and the first African American to publish a book. As a young girl, I was kidnapped and brought to live in the colonies as a slave. The Wheatley family treated me as their only daughter and gave me a good education. I wrote poems about my Christian faith, famous people, and the fight for independence. I even wrote a poem about George Washington. He enjoyed it so much, he invited me to read it to him. I gained my personal freedom and was a strong supporter of the fight for, of freedom for the colonies.
You got it. Excellent job, Patrick Henry.
Hello, my
If we wish to be free, we must fight.
I repeat, sir, we must fight.
What?
An appeal to all arms and the God of hosts that is left to us.
That's treason!
If this be treason, make the most of it.
No!
Shall we resort or to entreaty or humble supplications?
No!
Is life so dear and so sweet? Forbid it, Almighty God,
Or to be purchased at the price.
to be purchased as the price of chains and slavery.
Slavery? No!
Forbid it, Almighty God. Give me liberty or give me death.
No, one time.
What is it? Give me liberty or give me death.
There it is! Yes! Right.
Arya, and my expert word is Continental Congress. The Continental Congress was delegates from each colony.
From each colony, these men assembled
These men assembled
to solve.
to solve problems solve problems caused by the British.
Yeah, solve problems solved by these guys.
Hello, my name is Ramya. I'm an expert on militia and Minutemen. The militia is a group of regular citizens who serve as soldiers in times of emergency. The Minutemen were a group of skilled fighters of the militia who agreed to fight for the independence of America and were ready to do battle with only a minute's notice.
You got it. Good job, my dear Ron. All right.
Hello, my name is Paul Revere, and I am famous for riding my horse to warn the Minutemen.
Yeah, write them. Let's go.
I, along with William Dawes and Samuel Prescott, spread the alarm that the British regular army was coming. The colonists armed themselves and fought against the British in the battles of Lexington and Concord. But I was stopped a few miles beyond Lexington and never actually made it to Concord.
You never made it to Concord. No, you didn't. Round of applause. Yes, right around here. Just right around in a circle. So yell it out as fast as you can. Ready,
The
go!
regulars are out! The regulars are out!
Wait, don't let him get to Concord. Get him! Yes! Lights, camera, action!
Even though there had been some Americans killed at the Boston Massacre 5 years earlier, the battles of Lexington and Concord were the first battles of the American Revolution. The battles happened on April 19, 1775. The British were planning on arresting Samuel Adams and John Hancock in Lexington, but Paul Revere rode his horse to warn the town that the regular British army was marching into the area.
The regulars are out! The regulars are out! The regulars are out! The regulars are out!
Load your weapons. Good idea.
The Americans stood in a flat field to defend themselves.
Don't fire unless fired upon.
No one knows who fired the first shot.
Hey! Load your weapons. Go. Load. It's upside down there.
Hey! Oh no, I've been hit. Hey, retreat!
Get in the stretcher! Come on, He's alive! Yeah, don't you think it was Paul? Yay! Hooray!
8 Americans were killed and 10 others were wounded. The British continued to march on to Concord to destroy weapons and ammunition they believed were stored in the area. When the British arrived in Concord, another battle happened.
Load your weapons, ladies. Load your weapons. Quick, quick, quick. Load your weapons, quick. Turn your face down. Turn.
Bang!
Go, 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 go.
Bang!
The Americans were defeating the British regulars.
Retreat, retreat.
Victory!
The British had to retreat about 16 miles back to Charlestown. By the time they reached Charlestown, 73 British soldiers were killed, 174 wounded, and 26 were missing. The Battle of Concord later became known as the shot heard around the world.
Woo! Good job.
Hello, my name is George Washington. I am known for many things. Farmer, surveyor, and commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. I come from a good family and I've worked hard all my life. I have fought many battles alongside my troops and even helped to finance the Continental Army and Navy. After the war, I will become the first elected president of the United States of America. First in battle, first in peace, and first in the hearts of my countrymen.
Yeah!
I am an expert on the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence is a document written by delegates of the Second Continental Congress. It explained to the British why they wanted to be a free and independent country.
It sure did. Take it away.
Hello, my name is John Hancock, and I'm a delegate from Massachusetts that served as the president of the Continental Congress from 1775 to 1777. I sign my name very large on the Declaration of Independence. Some say so that King George III wouldn't have to put on his glasses to see my name. The British considered Samuel Adams and me to be the most dangerous American revolutionaries.
Yeah! All right, hold on. You're not done, John Hancock. I need you to sign the Declaration of Independence. Try it right there. Sit in the middle. No, not this one. No, in the middle of the room. Let's do it, Biddy. Yeah. Right. Bigger than that. Come on, bigger than that. Come on, you gotta jump for it. Come on. There it is. Yes, it is! Yes! The king can totally see that all the way over. Yep, across the Atlantic. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Aaron Thomas Jefferson. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Thomas Jefferson. I am the main writer of the Declaration of Independence as well as our third president. I was a shy law student when the idea of independence was being considered. I was a farmer, an inventor, and the creator of the American coin system. I established the Library of Congress, the University of Virginia, and the Democratic Party. As president, I authorized the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of our country.
It sure did. Yeah. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Ben Franklin. I am one of the most famous Americans during the Revolution. I'm an inventor, patriot, ambassador, and even the first postmaster general. The lightning rod is one of my most famous inventions. During the war, I'm the oldest signer of the Declaration of Independence. During the war, I go to France many times to ask for the assistance of French troops, ships, and money to help defeat the British.
It's true, yes. I'll come to you, I'll be.
Hello, my name is John Adams, and I played a leading role in the Declaration of Independence. My wife Abigail and I were outspoken in the separation from Great Britain. I was the first vice president of our new country and second president of the United States, and was elected in 1797. I died July 4th, 1826. At the age of 90. Thomas Jefferson died that same day.
You sure did. All right.
Of the Second Continental Congress, I say that we need to let King George III of England know how we feel. We have discussed many of the things the king has done to upset us, such as the Courting Act, the Proclamation of 1763, and taxation without representation. I've asked Thomas Jefferson to head a committee to write a document explaining why we want to be a free and independent country.
Independence!
Order! Here is how I started the new document. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal stations to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that we should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
Separate!
Order! It continues with a declaration of our rights as free men. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. They are endowed by the Creator. They are endowed certain unalienable rights such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Liberty!
Order!
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute new government.
New government!
Order! We have included examples of the evil things King George has done to us. He has sent armies over to America, even though there is peace. He has taken away our laws and our rights to live the way we want. He has refused to let other people from other lands come to America and has sent his own new officials to watch over us. He even protects his own soldiers when they are guilty of crimes such as murder.
Guilty!
Order!
After listing our complaints, we have given Statement of Independence. We, representatives of the United States of America and General Congress, assembled appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for rectitude of our intention, due in name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and right ought to be free and independent states.
Independence! Order! Go.
Hello, my name is Mary Draper. I wanted to help the colonists in the revolution, but I had very few skills in fighting. So I decided to help by melting down all my family's heirlooms. They were pewter items and made wonderful bullets for the colonists. I know my things are important to me, but so are the freedom for which we are fighting.
Yeah!
Hello, my name is Nathan Hale. I was born in Connecticut. I was courageous. I was kind, religious, athletic, and intelligent. I graduated from Yale at the age of 18. As a captain in the Continental Army, I volunteered to go behind enemy lines as a school teacher to spy on the British. On September 22nd, 1776, at the age of 21, I was captured and then executed. Courageous to the end, I said, I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country.
Yeah! All right.
Hi, my name is William, and I'm an expert at Tories and Loyalists. Tories and Loyalists are people who lived in America who felt like it was wrong to go against the indestruction of the King of England.
Yeah, they felt it was wrong to go against.
Hello, my name is Nancy Morgan Hart. I fought battles of the Revolution in my own home. One day, 5 Tories came to my home demanding a meal. I tricked them by giving them drinks and started taking their muskets. When they figured out my plan, I held them at gunpoint. I sent my daughter to get help to take away my prisoners.
The Dodgers. Okay, so I'm going to take that away, so start pretending to give them something to drink. Say something to drink, put your muskets on the ground. Oh my goodness. Best thing you've ever done in your whole life. Hold them at gunpoint. Boom. Freak out, you guys. Run for help. Get help. Oh, yeah. Help. Ladies and gentlemen, yes! Give it up for Zoe! Lights, camera, action!
When most of the American and British troops stopped fighting for the winter, General Washington took advantage of the break to do a surprise attack. On Christmas night, 1776, Washington and the American soldiers rowed across the Delaware River.
Go to face the German Hessians. Be brave, men. Onward for freedom! For freedom!
Once they were across, they marched onto Trenton and attacked the German Hessians.
Wake up, you are surrounded!
The American army captured over 900 enemy soldiers. The Battle of Trenton was one of the first major American victories. Cut! Action! The next winter, General Washington and his troops waited at Valley Forge for the winter to end. The American soldiers did not have enough food or shoes for the cold. Many of the soldiers had to wrap their feet with rags because of the freezing weather. General Washington had to do many things to keep his troop inspired to fight.
These are the times that try men's souls.
Valley Forge was not a battle, but it was a very important part of the Revolution. Because of the courage and leadership of General Washington, the troops made it through this difficult winter.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
All right. Thomas Paine.
Hello, my name is Thomas Paine. I was an American who wrote a pamphlet called Common Sense, which talked of freedom from Britain. I also wrote The American Crisis, which George Washington read to his troops to encourage them in their fight for independence. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer patriot and the summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this battle, shrink from the service of this country. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered.
Yeah!
Hello, my name is Martha Washington. Until I married my husband, George Washington, I had never gone outside of the colony of Virginia. Instead of staying home during the war, I followed my husband into battlefields. I spent the cold winters at Valley Forge in Morristown. While there, I organized women at the camp to help sew shirts, knit socks, and mend clothes. My presence lifted the spirits of my husband and the soldiers.
It sure did. Adams, please.
Hello, my name is Abigail Adams. I'm the wife of John Adams, our second president, and the mother of John Quincy Adams, our sixth president. I strongly supported women's education, although I had no formal schooling. I worked hard to become a strong reader and writer. During the war, I managed our farm, taught our children, and expressed my political views through letters written to my husband.
Yes, you did.
My name is Mercy Otis Farm. I'm a famous female author. Through my letters, I advised many of our founding fathers, include George Washington and John Adams, and was good friends with both of their wives. My work had a great influence to bring awareness to women's issue and furtherance America's cause. Drawing on my personal experiments and notes, I wrote the first history of the American Revolution War.
You are a bad guy, that's okay.
Hello, my name is Benedict Arnold, and I'm infamous for being one of the worst traitors in American history.
I am angry.
I'm angry at General Washington and Congress because I was not promoted and did not receive the amount of money I felt I deserved. With help from Major Andre, a British officer, I sold secrets about American troops and movements to the British for £20,000. I flee America and escaped to England, but never received the full amount of money I was promised.
That's right.
Bonjour, my name is Marquise de Lafayette. I am a Frenchman who heard about the American fight for independence. I wanted to help, so I decided to join the colonists in the fight for freedom. General Washington was very pleased to have my help.
I was wounded.
I was wounded at the Battle of Brandywine and returned to France, a hero. There, I helped to convince the King of France to join the fight and help the Americans. I spent much of my own fortune helping the American Army.
Yes, you did.
Hello, my name is Betsy Ross, and I am known for sewing the first official flag. My grandson told the story of how George Washington and two other congressmen came to my house and asked me for help. George Washington showed me a design of a 6-point star. I took a piece of paper and placed a little tip of my scissors. I made a 5-pointed star. Later, Congress adopted the flag on June 14, 1777, which is known as Flag Day.
And here is your flag right here, Beth.
Hello, my name is Lydia Darrell. The British troops were having a meeting at my home one day when I overheard their attack of planes for the next day at White Marsh, Pennsylvania. The next morning, I pretended to go get flour and cross the British lines to warn the American troops about the surprise attack. When the British arrive, the Continental Army will be ready to defeat the Redcoats.
Yes! Please!
Hello, my name is Mary Ludwig Hayes. I wanted to go with my husband to the battle during this hot June day. To help the soldiers, I will haul water to the weary men. The men called me Molly Pitcher. I wonder if this name will last me for the rest of my life. When my husband is wounded, I'll take his place behind his canyon and fire after a round to the British men.
Yes, you will. Now pretend to give them all some water here.
Hello, my name is Deborah Sensen. As a young woman, I dressed myself up as a soldier named Robert to fight in the Continental Army. I was wounded twice, but no one found out I was 11. When the doctor discovered my secret, I was released honorably from the military. After the war, with help from Power of Fear, Congress granted me retirement money for my service. Later, I became a teacher and enjoyed retelling my experiences as a soldier.
Yes, you did.
Hello, my name is John Paul Jones. I was one of the first great American naval officers. My flagship, Bonhomme Richard, attacked a British fleet in September 1779. When my ship began to sink and the British demanded my surrender, I shouted, "I have not yet begun to fight."
We went
on to capture the British ships and win the battle.
The Americans in defeating the British. The British leader, General Charles Cornwallis, at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781.
With the combined efforts.
With the combined efforts of General Washington, we defeated the British. Well,
Do you remember how many troops you had? 8,000?
8,845 and my 7,800 men. We defeated the British. We surrounded the British and forced them to surrender.
Force her to surrender right now. Make her surrender.
Surrender!
Do it. That's it! Yeah, just like that! That's all we...
Hello, my name is General Charles Cornwallis, and I'm the last leader of the British troops during the American Revolutionary War. I directed the fighting in the southern colonies where I defeated many of their colonial forces, then I marched north. I became surrendered in Yorktown, Virginia, and after many days of fighting, I will surrender. This loss will win the war for the Americans. I surrender.
It's true, yes! 1, 2, 3, lights, camera, action!
The American Revolutionary War had been going on for more than 6 years. The British were tired of fighting the Americans, as well as other people around the world. Their army and navy were split up and fighting in many places. The leader of the British troops, General Charles Cornwallis, felt that he could win the war quickly.
Attention! Forward! Wait. Yeah. Forward!
He raided from the southern colonies and began to march his troops north. At the same time, the French Navy attacked the British ships and defeated them.
Attack!
The Americans, along with
You guys are... Yeah, hold on a second. Load your weapons. You gotta fire.
the Americans, along with General Rochambeau and the French troops, attacked Cornwallis' men in Yorktown, Virginia.
Attack! Bang, bang! Bang! You were supposed to fire first.
Cornwallis was so ashamed of losing the war that he sent his second in command, Brigadier General Charles O'Hara, to surrender. General O'Hara tried to give the sword to General Rochambeau, who refused to accept it.
I will not take the sword.
George Washington also refused to take it.
I will not take the sword.
Washington had Brigadier General Benjamin Lincoln, his second,